Hey man, what's up? What's happening? You already know who it is, what it is. It's your boy Nephew Q, here to give you another episode of Conversations with Q. And today it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a dope show. It's going to be an educational show. We're going to have a lot of fun because I have a very, very special guest in the building. And this guest I have with me today, she is a certified sexologist or a sex coach. She has a bachelor's degree in psychology. No, she has an associate's degree in business management. She has a bachelor's in psychology, and she's continuing that on to her master's in counseling. I have with me the best sexologist this side of the Mississippi, Brittany Briscoe.
Hello.
So, Miss Briscoe, thank you for joining Conversations with Q one time.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Hold on, loosen up. Do I gotta get you a drink or something?
I mean, that introduction.
I gotta introduce you right. I gotta give you some justice, right? But anyways, let's get right on into the show because I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to know what the hell is a sexologist? What is a sex coach? First of all, is it a difference between like the name? Is it all one and the same? Like a sexologist, sex coach? Is there one more than the other that you prefer to be called?
I mean, a sexologist is also a sex coach. Mm-hmm. We all just have our niche as far as what we offer more of, like different topics. Mine more so is sex coaching, intimacy, relationships. I do coaching with individuals. I do coaching with couples. I can do coaching with teenagers that are curious about sex. Their sexual preference, different things like that. So
it's needed at this time because you have a lot of confused teenagers as far as sexuality is concerned.
I don't even think confused is the word. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot that they see on TV and technology.
Before we get into these questions, that was very interesting what you said about TV. Do you think they push it too much on TV for the kids to see?
Yeah.
As far as same-sex scenes and a lot of stuff?
I don't.
Which can, pique a lot of curiosity that maybe would not have been there otherwise until they seen that on TV.
I don't know if they're pushing it on children or just trying to put it out there because that community was so hidden, and now it's a normal thing. So we're having to adjust to a new normal.
Oh, a new normal, 2025. Welcome to 2025. But anyways, what made you want to become a sexologist? Like, what were you doing to where you seen something and you said, that's what I want to do?
I was at an event. I mostly sold lingerie for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And I was at an event. There were two sexologists there, and they they just were talking about various topics. There was one there. She talked about it was a kink. It was like an animal kink, not like bestiality or anything. That's
what I was getting ready to ask you.
I mean, like she'll dress up like a kitten or something, and yeah,
So hold on. We gotta back this up a little bit. So you was at this event and you seen these, was it two ladies you said? Mm-hmm. Two ladies, and they had this, they was talking about, these kinks or whatnot. What was it about these kinks that they was explaining that piqued your interest? Is like, I want to dive a little bit more into knowing what the hell this is all about.
I mean, it was just talking about sex, period. That just piqued it that I wanted to add on to. I mean, I'm already selling lingerie. Why not add sex?
Go hand in hand.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also like a taboo. Like it's a normal thing. Everybody doesn't do it, but it's a normal thing to do. And I feel like there's not a lot of education behind it, especially growing up.
What other things? I want to know what they was talking about this event, because for them to be talking about something that made you want to do this, they must have been talking about some A1 shit up in there, not besides some chick dressing up as a kitty and crawling to her dude. Like, what else was discussed?
They just were talking about different kinks.
Name another kink. What's another kink? I want to know. Huh? I mean, since you say it's taboo, people don't talk about it. Let's talk about it. What's another kink?
Okay, but people don't talk about like just normal sex, not like diving into was it some raunchy stuff.
BDSM, was they doing that too?
They weren't doing it, but they talked about it.
They talked about it.
Yeah, they had a few things like paddle. I did bring that and I forgot.
You forgot the paddle?
No, it's actually over there.
Okay. I'm gonna get my producer truck to bring it over here. Don't worry.
It was in that little black bag.
Okay.
But yeah, they talked about different types of BDSM, different types of ways to tie people up, different ways to use ropes.
Be careful with them ropes, but
ball gags, blindfolds, handcuffs, silk wraps.
Ball gag, that's some wild shit. I ain't never done it. Let's just be clear. I ain't never done it. I see it on TV and whatnot, but that ball gag, nah,
Don't knock anything until you try it. That's all I tell people. Just remain open.
I ain't that damn.
You never know.
No, yeah, I know that.
You never know what you like until you try it.
I know I don't want no ball in my mouth.
You never know until you try it.
Damn that, I ain't doing that. But how long have you been doing this, the sexologist certified coach?
It'll be 2 years in March.
2 years? Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, for somebody who is interested in getting into this, how would they go about becoming a sexologist? Now, when people hear sexologist, I think that they immediately just think of freaky shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she's just a freak. No, it's more than that. So I would recommend, if you're going to get into this, get into it because you want to and you want to be serious about it. Don't get into it just because you want to learn how to do some freaky shit with your partner and all of that. But
which you will learn.
Which you will learn along the way.
Lots of conferences you can go to learn these things.
Where are these conferences at?
I was just talking to the guy behind the scenes about it.
How can you get in this conference?
Normal people, regular people can go too. It's just a different price.
Do they have like a panel?
Like Exotica.
Yeah.
They have that in Florida, Chicago. They have it up north. I think they're getting ready to get started with that whole tour. But when you go, there's different segments where they talk about different types of sex. And they do sex education. They have porn stars there. They have things that you can buy, like toys. They have parties. It's from sun up to sundown.
I'm trying to figure out, how does my producer Chuck know about all this shit in the background? He's like, erotic, yep, in Florida, yeah,
Yeah.
You be traveling to him, Chuck? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you drinking on something right now? Yeah, I bet you are right now. So
that was back in my days on Twitter.
Yeah, I bet, which was yesterday. But
I definitely plan on going this year.
All right, quick little 6-hour trip. But you said you've been doing this for 2 years. Do they have like some kind of graduation ceremony? Or do they get like ship you a certificate? Like how do they know? How do you know that you are certified to become a sexologist?
I got a certification, and I'm certified through the American Board of Sexology.
Yeah, so she's for real about this. She ain't just a name out here. You want to come to her to be a client, which we'll get into that a little bit later on. She can show you, hey, I got my papers. I'm for real about this thing. Now, you've been doing it for 2 years now. You're starting to, really grasp the concept of everything. What are some of your goals with this, and like, what's your purpose with this?
Well, I am also a full-time student.
Shout out to that.
So
let's clap it up for that.
I am working on becoming a sex therapist.
Okay.
So I want to take it a bit further to kind of, it's fun to talk about sex and all that other stuff, but it's also the educational piece of it that I think people miss, like the health components, how to take care of yourself before and after, how to use a condom. Sometimes people still don't know how to use a condom the correct way or their correct size.
I got these
so
kids.
There's just a lot of different things. And then there are people who have health conditions that can stop them from having a good sex life. So
your goal and purpose is you want to more so educate people about it's just more than just penetration. It's just more than just the normal missionary stuff. Like there's a whole nother world to it. And let me educate you on this. You said some pretty interesting stuff too. I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit later.
It starts outside the bedroom. That's why I wrote the book.
That's why we're going to get to the book up here on display, which we're going to get to it in a minute. And speaking of this book, talk to me about the many forms of intimacy, because people think intimacy is just, rubbing and kissing and hugging, but it's a lot deeper than that. So talk to me about some of the forms of intimacy.
I just posted about it today. So there are several different types of intimacy. There's emotional intimacy where you're just wanting to connect with your partner, sitting just like me and you. Maybe we're having time, like eye contact. You're actually listening to me. You're nodding your head. You're saying, You're chiming in whenever I'm saying something. So that's emotional. There is not just the sexual physical part, but maybe it's the going out on a date part. Maybe it's we don't have the kids tonight, so let's go out and do something. Then there's the part where we can be open and honest with each other. And I can bare my soul.
I'm gonna get to that in a second.
To you. That is intimacy. When you can start to intellectually stimulate somebody, that's where it starts, is your mind.
Yeah, and more so for women. We're physical creatures.
Not all men. Don't speak for everybody.
Men, we physical creatures.
Don't speak for everybody.
I'm gonna speak for 99.9% of us.
Everybody, though.
99.9% of us.
And then financial security. Like, there's just so many different parts of it.
So since there's so many different parts of it, talk to me and explain to me, you mentioned this as you were talking about being open and, intellectually stimulated and things of that nature. Why is it so important to discuss sex, and not just sex, but pleasure with your partner? And I'll get to the second part of it, but explain to me why, it's so important to discuss sex and the pleasure part with your partner, because you can talk about sex all day long with your partner, but the pleasure part is where I feel like the ball gets dropped sometimes because they don't
like the foreplay and stuff.
Well, just whatever, gets you going. I feel like a lot of people leave that part out of it and just talk about sex. So tell me why it's so important to talk about both of them.
We're definitely talking about foreplay. And I talked about that quite a bit in my book. Foreplay is important to start outside the bedroom to kind of get you going. Like, send pictures to your partner throughout the day while they're at work.
That's what I'm talking about.
Especially the iPhone feature, the invisible. Send them some pictures, send them a couple videos, sneak out to the bathroom, whatever that may be, like, to get them going, because as you get older, things start to change, and it can take a little bit longer to get excited and get aroused. Yeah. So just taking that time throughout the day to show your partner, hey, this is what you're going to get when you come home.
All right, and maybe not even necessarily what you're going to get when you get home. Here you go. Just let me show you something real quick.
No, this is what you're going to get.
That's what I'm going to get when I get home. Okay. Well, I want my lady to send me pictures, even though I might not get none that night. I want her to send me pictures any damn way, just to show me something to keep me interested that day. I might be at work bored or something. 1 o'clock, got a little text message. Boom, there she is with the, your digs and whatnot. So I want her to send me pictures, even though now we have some toys up here that I'm gonna get to in a second. But in your opinion, why are a lot of men intimidated by bringing toys into the bedroom?
They think that it's going to replace them or be better than them because they lack confidence.
What can a woman do, if anything, there's a woman can do? Because I know some men are their confidence just won't allow them to accept that. But do you have any tips or advice for women to help them make it more comfortable for their man to accept that we have this toy in the bedroom? Because I know a lot of men can look at it like, dang, am I not pleasing you by myself? Like, So how can a woman make a man more comfortable to be like, okay, we can use this in the bedroom?
You can go to a sex store together and look around at different things. You can book your favorite sexologist, me, and I can help you have that conversation. You can turn on a movie and show them a demonstration of a toy that you might want to try with your partner, so you can watch somebody else do it before you do it.
So you talked about a movie. Does that movie necessarily have to be a movie, or can it be porn?
That's what I meant.
You porn, but say porn, you can holler porn out. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you can holler how porn.
I don't know what you can say. On
you can say whatever's in your heart.
I can shadow ban quite often.
Okay.
So
this will be you ain't got to worry about that. You can say whatever you want to say. Let the freaky shit fly out there.
Okay, yeah.
Now, porn. How do you, as a man, is there anything you can talk to a man about? Because a lot of men watch porn, and a lot of women too. But a lot of men watch porn, and sometimes they're afraid to express that to their partner that they watch porn. So
it can be scary. That can be intimidating because, I'm inviting you into something personal to show you what I'm into. And you might not be into what I'm into, and then I might freak you out.
I might look like a weirdo to you now.
And I might freak you out with it. Yeah. So it's like, okay, what next? But that's the whole point of, like, really sitting down and having those conversations. I feel like if you're in a relationship, especially a long-term relationship, you should be able to talk about anything.
You should be able to, but
it shouldn't be off limits. What I watch, you probably have already been watching it. We probably are watching it together.
Yeah, we probably watching the same thing and don't even know it.
Exactly. So it's just a matter of just talking about it.
Yeah, but that's
and just booking me, and I'll help you talk about it.
Book with Brittany, and she will help y'all be more comfortable with expressing, toys in the bedroom. And the fellas, if you watch porn, how you can talk to your woman about the fact that you watch porn. Because a lot of men sneak off. And why is it that, this week while we speaking on this, why do women sometimes, or some women, why do some women sometimes get offended if their man watches porn? Like, what? Why do they sometimes get offended by that?
I think it's still, once again, like a self-confidence thing, because if he's watching something that maybe she's smaller than me, or maybe she's more curvier than me, does he like her more than he really would me? Does he really want to, have sex with her more than he would? Like,
I get it.
It's a confidence thing. Like, men are not the only ones that lack confidence in that area.
Sometimes we watch it because we don't want to do the foreplay. We just want to get this one out real quick.
And that's y'all's problem.
And go on about our day. Like,
that's y'all's problem.
Go in this bathroom, turn this shower on real quick.
You need to slow it down and take care of your woman more.
Yeah, but I just want to get this out the way real quick, man. I just want to get this out the way. I ain't got time for foreplay and rub you up. Not all the time. Sometimes we should.
Sometimes you can have a quickie.
I was going to say, and my woman should be okay with sometimes we just have a quickie.
Every time shouldn't be a quickie.
It shouldn't. But sometimes, let's get this off real quick.
It depends on your sometimes.
It does.
Sometimes.
Fellas, get you a sometimes woman. Yeah, get you a woman that's
never settle.
That's okay if she would listen. Get you a woman that's okay with sometimes having a quickie. I ain't saying you got to do it all the time, but get you a woman that's okay with.
Well, of course you can have a quickie sometimes.
Some women ain't built like that. Some women got to have, if you ain't bringing the whole shebang, don't bring that over here. Some women are like that.
Some women are.
So fellas, get you one that's okay with a quickie. Now, I talked about, some advice that you can talk about for women now. Something that's trending, 2025, it just got, approved in Kentucky, is cannabis. Mm-hmm. And, even before it became, medical cannabis became, official in Kentucky, people was, dabbling in way before then. So a lot of people like to use that to enhance the sex. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about how it can help the intimacy or the sex if you, partaking in some cannabis. Is it the same thing as alcohol? Because sometimes people drink. It's not. Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
And I think it's different for men and women because sometimes if a man drinks too much or can smoke too much,
he get whiskey dick.
Yeah, that erection won't happen.
Yeah, we've been there.
But for women, it just for women it makes them a lot more aroused, makes them a lot more wetter.
Cannabis, not the alcohol.
Both.
You hear that, fellas? You hear that? The cannabis and the alcohol gets them a little bit more aroused. And while you partaking, know when to stop. Just because she keep going, don't mean you can keep going because,
it's not the same.
It ain't the same. It ain't going to work out the same for us. What, go ahead, Truck. What you got? The honey pack?
The honey packet, that's just for arousal. It's supposed to make you harder, I guess. It's supposed to make women, it works different. I've heard different things.
I heard it works on women. What's that? Does it have an effect on women?
I think it depends on the person. Because some women I've heard it doesn't. Some men I've heard it doesn't. Some men I've heard it does, and some women heard it does. So it just depends on the person.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of products out there for that though.
It is, and you can, if you want to know about those products, hit up Brittany Briscoe.
Yeah, I sell pure romance now. So
she does it all. Now coming up, as a young lad in my 20s, 30s, and since I'm 35 now, why the hell is that so damn funny? The hell so funny? Chuck, I heard you giggling back there too. What the hell so damn funny? Okay, all right. But anyways, when I was coming up, a dry spell meant something different for me. It meant we ain't got nothing in a while, so I'm on a dry spell right now. I've come to find out that dry spell can also or really mean something totally different as opposed to sex. So talk to me about dry spell.
As a woman?
From a woman's perspective, yes.
As you age, it can change. Sometimes it can take longer to get aroused. That's the whole foreplay thing, and you're talking about patience and quickies, whatever.
KY jelly.
Lubricant is definitely your friend. A lot of people are scared to use it, but
why? Why do you think people are intimidated by jelly or lubricant?
Same reason they are by toys. It's I can get wet on my own. Oh, okay, that's fine, but it can dry up a little bit. You never know. Somebody could make a wrong move, and that could ruin the rhythm. That could mess up the flow. Medicines. It's just like men with erection. Medicines can cause issues with getting wet. Not just medicines, but stress and sometimes what your partner's doing. Maybe I just don't like it.
And that too. And speaking of the dry spell,
menopause. We go through a whole lot more than y'all do.
Of course y'all do. Y'all got a whole lot more going on over there. We just got one spot. Y'all got a whole whole factory over of stuff going on. Whole factory. So the dry spell, you know, how does that affect, like, as a woman and a sexologist? You can answer this as a woman, as a sexologist as well. If you're intimate with someone, and for men, of course, you know, sometimes we can't get an erection, so that's embarrassing for us. You know, it's like we're into it, we want it, but for whatever reason, my man ain't with it. For a woman and a sexologist, how is it from y'all's perspective of you're into it, you're being intimate, foreplay and everything, and you're in it, but you're experiencing a dry spell? How does that feel from a woman's side? 'Cause I've never, once I researched this and I was like, women have dry spells? Like, I thought once they get into it and get intimate that the water starts flowing, but that's not always the case. So from a woman's perspective, explain to me how it feels for them to experience a dry spell as it would be for us not getting an erection.
Can I get personal?
Go ahead. Hey, this is conversation.
Because I'm open and I don't care.
This is a safe space.
So
this is a safe space, okay?
So I'll say I went through something like that after I had my son.
Okay.
You know, your hormones are kind of all over the place, and no matter if I felt like I was turned on, it just was not.
It just wasn't happening.
It was not happening down
And so
there.
you was into it and like ready to go and everything, but she was just like, nah, sis.
I mean, but that was like even by myself.
Right.
Like I couldn't even like enjoy any type of masturbation because it just was not. She wasn't working for real. And it was just the whole your hormones trying to get back under control, and it just kind of ruins your confidence because it's like, okay, I can't even get aroused by myself. Now I can't even sleep with a man. But giving yourself time, that comes back.
So that's tough, man.
I went through a little therapy too, so that helped.
I was gonna ask, you know, this one's for free. If you want any more tips, you're gonna have to book with her. Are there any tips that, you know, or any advice that you can give a woman who may be experiencing a dry spell right now and maybe having the same thoughts as you? Like, what is going on? Why is she not working right now? And maybe, you know, don't want to reach out, but you can give them a little bit of advice right here. Give them one tip or one hint that, you know, can help them with their dry spell.
I don't know about a hint because it all depends on the circumstance.
Like
it's different.
Menopause or just had a baby.
It's just different things. So, I mean, I would definitely say give yourself some grace, but also reach out to your doctor.
Okay.
Because you definitely want to get maybe some blood work done to check your hormones and maybe your thyroid and just different things you want to check out. I mean, but besides giving yourself grace, come talk to me.
See, this is why I have a certified sex coach, because we want to talk about more than just sex. Like, it's deeper than that, baby. As Rick Ross said one time, it's deeper than rap. Now, we got some toys up here, you know.
Can we address squirting?
What? No, we gonna get into this. Truck, why you want to know about some squirting? What the hell's going on, Truck?
Is it pee? I don't know.
It's a combination.
Well, we go ahead. Talk to us about.
I mean, I'm not a subject matter expert on
the
squirting. I just want to put that out there.
Because as she mentioned earlier, there's different niches. Yeah, what she said. Niches for everything. And go ahead, proceed with your squirting.
That's not
her alley.
But it's definitely a combination of fluids, but it's edible.
I've ate it. I always thought that. And that is a hot topic because people want to know, is squirting pee or is it actually, you know, something different? And I've researched it myself, and it does have little fragments of pee in it, but from my understanding, it's not pee. It's not all 100% pee.
No, that's why it's clear.
Yeah, it's some other stuff in there too. So y'all shorties out there.
Should be clear.
Supposed to be clear. Supposed to be. So keep squirting out there. Keep squirting, shorties. But we got some toys up here. Now, a popular phrase these days is a lot of people are into self-care. You know, you hear a lot of people say, I'm taking me a day for self-care and this, that, and the third. But I've also, you know, doing my research on you, learned that self-care also can mean self-pleasure at the same time. And I don't think a lot of people include, you know, self-pleasure with the self-care. They think it's a spa day, get my feet done, nails done, you know, facial and all of that stuff. And they don't think of, oh, well, I need to take care of him or her too at the same time. So talk to me about why self-pleasure is just as important as the quote-unquote self-care as well.
It relieves stress. Sorry.
That's all right.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew somebody was going to call me.
That's all right. That's all right.
It releases stress, so it's good for you. Keeping your body regulated with having those orgasms can help you with sex with your partner. It's fun. It can put you to sleep. So, I mean, just different benefits. It's for you. Like, set the mood, light a candle, turn the lights down, turn some music on.
So make it a whole event.
I mean, if you're doing self-care, like when you do a bubble bath, so a self-care bubble bath, what do? You turn the lights down, you'll add a bath bomb, bubbles, maybe a book, music, candles. You're setting the mood for yourself. So romance yourself before you partake with yourself.
Yeah, so self-care is not only about, the outside, handle that too as well. Make that the cap on it at the end of a great day, self-care day, like you said.
The better you know your body, the better you can help your partner know your body.
That's a
you don't think so?
No, I wholeheartedly agree with that. But my whole thing is a lot of women I've met. Let me just say women I've met. I ain't gonna say a lot of women, some women. Women I've met aren't really, I met a few who weren't interested in discovering themselves, right? So then as a man, I'm thinking, well, how can I know how to please you if you don't even know how to please yourself? So why is it that some women don't want to touch themselves? Like why is that?
I don't know.
I've wondered about that. Like, I thought all women.
Some people are just kind of vanilla and they want somebody else to do it.
And I get that.
I mean,
I totally
vanilla's
get that.
a thing.
But I also would like to be like, okay, I need you I need you to play with yourself so you can tell me.
Some people don't like that.
I gotta know. Tell me what you like and tell me what you want.
Some people don't know how to express that.
Because I want this to be just as enjoyable for you as it is for me. I don't want to be the only one that's going to come, and being realistic, majority of the time, men are going to come more than the woman. That's just realistic. But at the same time, fellas, you got to take your time sometimes and try to make sure she get hers too. But if she can't do it on her own, how's she going to instruct him on how to make her do it?
She's not. She's probably just going to lay there.
Oh, no, we can't do that.
Well, some people enjoy that. It's just not for you.
That ain't for me.
But it's for somebody else.
Somebody like it.
Everybody's taste is different.
Yeah, that ain't my taste. It ain't my cup of tea. So, we got these toys up here. Let's talk about some of these toys. And speaking of that, we have some enhancement cream. Now, what the hell does some enhancement cream? Does it really enhance some shit down there?
So you take just the tiny drop.
Right.
Put it on the clitoris, and it helps get that arousal going a little bit better. It's kind of like, I don't say a tingly feeling, but I guess, yeah, it kind of tingles.
Oh, so this is for the woman. Okay.
Well, you can, put it around his
head. And rub it up and down.
Rub it in and then proceed to.
Okay. Is this edible?
Everything is, that's definitely edible.
Okay, so you can even put it, fellas, you can even put this on your tongue and, do all that type of stuff. So let's see.
No, you don't want to put it on your tongue.
It's edible, you can put it on your tongue. So we got some.
Do not eat the products.
And we have a bullet. Is there a difference between a bullet and a vibrator?
Yeah. Sometimes bullets are a little bit smaller,
you can show it right here. Yeah.
Okay, so this one, you can put it in the pocket of her panties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you, Chuck.
This one isn't remote control, but there are remote control toys so that she can put it in her underwear and you can control it. But put it in your underwear and that's the start of foreplay.
Yeah. And
say your woman walks in the door, tell her, put this in your underwear and come here.
Fellas, she's helping you out right now. Listen to her, fellas. She's helping you out right now.
These are easier to hold, too, while you're getting penetration. Because some people, you can't just use those bigger vibrators. They get in the way. But
Or another idea, if y'all have a date night, going to the movies. Hey,
yeah, that's the point of the Bluetooth toys. I wouldn't use that because then you got to keep reaching in and turning it off and on.
Okay.
But the Bluetooth toys, yeah, definitely date night.
This is some BDSM shit right here, right?
It's nipple clamps.
what's the fixation with nipple clamps? I mean, I'm not into this, but apparently people are, Chuck growling. You want these, bro? He growling back there. You want these? But explain to me, like, what does this do? What does this stimulate?
Your nipples.
I'm saying, but like for a man, just clamp them on there, and then what?
If you're very sensitive.
Fellas, explore your body, because I don't know if I'm sensitive there or not. So you're gonna have to.
You want to try it?
I mean, since I ain't gonna put that on right now. I ain't gonna put that on. No, so you put that on the nipple, and then just what? Like, you just
wear it.
Oh, you just wear it? That's it?
Yeah.
You don't do no extra shit with it? No,
because
nothing
you get
else?
the stimulation from this right here. Like, it's soft.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like some real life clamping down shit.
I mean, they have those.
Okay, but that's
and
just
you can take these off.
Okay. Okay, so you can feel the steel against your nipples or whatever.
It'd be much harder, but...
and they got the bells on it.
Yeah, see, it's really cute. So you can just shake it back and forth.
Shake it back and forth. Okay.
But, I mean, the stimulation from it, like, some people's nipples are very, very sensitive. So just that clamp in itself...
It's going
to
get you going. I got you. All right. Now, this right here really don't need no explanation. We got some furry handcuffs. For me personally, I'm not into handcuffs. I can't get with it. I just don't like to be confined. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for whoever's watching and may have some ideas with me. I ain't into handcuffs. That shit ain't gonna work. But explain to me the fixation with handcuffs and how it enhances things. Because, I mean, a lot of people are into being cuffed up. She's into handcuffs. A lot of people aren't. Chuck, you ever been handcuffed? By a woman. Not the police, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why would you even?
I mean,
this ain't that show.
At the same time, Chuck might have had a woman dress up as a police officer.
But maybe he didn't use handcuffs. Maybe he used a silk wrap, or maybe he used the rope or a tie. Like, there are just different things that you can use to tie somebody up. I mean, the point of not being able to move and letting your partner dominate you is very sexy.
That's the thought of it. Is very sexy.
It is.
I just can't get over the confined part. Maybe one day I'll do it. Maybe she could tie me up. I'll put the handcuffs on, but she got to put the key in my hand. Like, I got to.
Put the key in your hand for what? How you gonna unlock it if you're handcuffed?
No, she handcuffs me here. She puts the key here, so I know. Like, hey, get me up at this motherfucker, man.
Okay, so then that's where you need a safe word.
Fellas, get you a safe word. What? Nah, I ain't gonna say what my safe word would be. Have you ever used this? What's your safe word?
I don't have a safe word.
Hey, she ain't got no safe word. No holds bars, fellas. No holds bars. She ain't got no safe word. But continuing on with the toys we got out here. Now this is called a downtown BJ stroker. Is this for the male when
he has a sleeve?
Okay.
There's different types of sleeves. So that sleeve is a. Open it?
No. You can just keep it in there.
So this sleeve is a manual sleeve. You can use it on yourself, or you can have.
That's what I was thinking more of. So
you can have your partner use it on you. So say she's on her cycle and you guys don't run red lights, but you want to please your man.
Okay.
So lay your man down, or actually you could put him in a chair. The handcuffs would be great because then he can't move, so that when he's really hard, you can actually practice edging, which is getting them all the way.
What you doing with your hand?
Almost complete. It's like I was having a flashback.
What you doing with your hand? Okay.
But it's like you can edging, which is you can get your partner close to coming and then you stop.
Wait a minute, time out. So you said it's called edging?
Yes. You
getting really, really close to where he's about to come and you just stop. And then what?
Let him calm down and then go back to
it. Okay. And then he's building up and you let him keep building and build. Okay, I got you. I was going to say, just stop. What? No, player, no. You finish the job.
The harder he gets, the more he'll erupt.
Is there a difference between like coming and orgasm? Or is it the same? Okay, because I thought, orgasm meant like something spectacular versus just coming is just like, all right, I just got this nut out the way.
Well, no. I mean, I feel like that's a man thing.
That's why I'm asking these questions.
Too, because y'all just be like...
Yeah, and then we done.
And then y'all done, want to push somebody off of you or lay down and... Like, can we cuddle a little bit?
I ain't gonna push her off. I might nudge her a little bit.
Can you give me a rag? Can I get a little aftercare? Do you want a sandwich or something?
That's the second time you mentioned aftercare. What is aftercare? Like, explain. I mean, obviously the cleanup, but what do you mean? I know it's more than just cleaning up the, residuals of what just happened? What is aftercare?
Aftercare could be us taking a nap together afterwards.
Okay.
Aftercare could be us having a meal afterwards.
Okay.
I mean, it's basically part of the cleanup.
Well, if they do the job right, ain't gonna be no milk shop. Both just gonna be laying there.
Everybody don't just.
If you got your foreplay and you're building each other up, y'all both climax. But if y'all gonna be tired, you ready to go sleep then. So it comes into cuddling and and the hugging and whatnot.
Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta get up and clean up real quick because here come the kids coming down the hallway.
that is also true. That is also a fact.
But back to these.
Yes, back to the BJ stroker.
They come in different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually very stretchy. So don't think, oh, am I too big for this? No, you're not. What?
Is there such thing as too big?
It depends on the woman.
Oh Lord, Lord. Some of these women, boy, I tell you. It's like throwing a hot dog down the hallway, boy. They're like, I can't do nothing with you, shawty. Put your pants up, bro. I can't do nothing with you. But is there because a lot of women say, 8, 9, 10 is too big, but a lot of women are like, no, I'm good with that. So I was just wondering if there was a such thing as too big.
It's a personal preference. Some women like more girth and length. Some women like both. Mm-hmm. Some women like them small. I mean, it just...
Some women like them. I've never heard a woman say that.
Well, some women don't like their cervix to keep being slapped with something, so it doesn't always feel good.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so let me clarify. Inches-wise, what would be considered small? This number and...
I'm not...
this number and down, what would you consider to be small? You know why she ain't gonna say nothing, fellas? Because the dude she's messing with probably small. She don't want to offend them. That's why she don't want to say nothing right now. So what's the inches and down?
That is not why I'm not going to say anything.
Like the store 5 and below? 5 and below, fella. 5 and below, you consider small.
I just don't want to size shame anybody.
We're not size shaming. We're not size shaming.
All shapes and sizes are wonderful.
Are they?
For whoever you are with.
Are they?
Not for everybody, but... I mean, there's somebody for everybody.
That is true. That is true. Now, we're talking about, obviously orgasm. I'll take that. So, we talked about orgasm and women orgasm, and we have these toys out here. I mentioned earlier about bringing toys into the bedroom, but, something that is real serious, which is women and orgasm. A lot of women can't get an orgasm from penetration only, right? Mm-hmm. So explain to me, or try to explain to me as best as you can, why can't a lot of women have an orgasm from penetration only? Like, why is that? Because as a man, we thinking, obviously that's how you come. But obviously for a lot of women, that's not one size fits all across the board.
No, it's not, because it also depends on the position, but also kind of the size of his penis. Because if he has a curve or, different things like that, it can hit those certain spots. But, if you think about it and you're a missionary, what are you doing? Just straight. Yeah. You're just going straight in there. You're not hitting her G-spot. You're not hitting anything. So usually when you're giving a woman head or something, with sex, you could use a toy to stimulate her clitoris to kind of make it a little bit better.
So you fellas bring the toys in the bedroom.
Can't, yes. Or if you want to use your fingers, of course, you want to.
Is that 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink? Is that a real thing?
No, these are 2 fingers inside of the vagina.
Yeah, but, okay, go ahead. I'm going to keep going.
Why?
For anal.
Everybody ain't into anal.
That's why I was asking you, was it true? Like, because, it came out on Orange is the New Black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. You ain't never heard that? Oh, Lord, we got to get you on game.
I tried to watch it. I thought it was boring.
It's a little slow, but anyways, yeah. So why is it you said a lot of it depends on the size of the man as to why they can't have an orgasm, just penetration.
Well, what it's hitting. Put a pillow under her hips, like bring the hips up some, and it'll give you better access to her G-spot. Like,
tell the fellas what a G-spot is.
It's
a lot of men don't know.
It's that little button up in there, up in the top. That's why I said if you curve your fingers when you're fingering her, you'll feel it.
You feel like the little ridges up in there? Yeah.
That's what that is.
That's what them ridges are.
Keep stimulating that. When she says keep going, don't stop, don't change the rhythm, don't move a muscle. I don't care if your fingers are cramping. Do exactly what she said so that she can finish.
Your eyes was closed while you was explaining that. Did I take you back?
I just need men to understand that.
Yeah, talk. That's why I want you to explain that.
Understand that. Like, if someone is telling you keep going,
don't change up the motion. Don't change your rhythm. Don't try to, she's about to come. Let me do something different. Nope.
Exactly what you're doing. We don't need no tricks at the end. Do what the hell I said so I can finish.
Which goes back to the original, when we talked about at the beginning, having that conversation about, pleasure and all of that. So if she's telling you hitting that spot, you doing whatever it is you doing, fellas, don't change it up. Stay in that. Keep that
y'all
same.
Always getting the idea when she start making extra moans is, let me do this. Now you done messed it up.
That's true. That is true. We do start trying to show out when we hear something.
Yeah, why? I didn't tell you to do that.
I don't know why. I honestly don't know why men.
Tell your little friends. Don't do that.
You tell
the men. Tell
fellas,
the men.
If you doing what you supposed to be doing, and she's telling you she don't stop, don't quit right there, whatever your thing is with her, keep that same rhythm, keep that same energy. I don't care if you getting a cramp in your leg, you feel like you just gonna have to battle through that cramp and just because it's easier for you to come than it is for her. So for her to get to that spot, it's gonna take a while. So she needs to experience that. So you just going, like she said, if you playing with it and you got a cramp in your hand, you just gonna have to close your eyes and just grit that shit and get through it and let the party begin because
have a cup of water beside you. I don't know what to tell you, but don't move.
The more you please her, the more she's gonna want to do things to please you.
Absolutely.
And if you're not in a relationship and you're a situationship or you're a sneaky link or whatever it is the case may be, the more you please her, the more she's gonna keep coming back to you. Rose, he says, is the rose still popular?
Absolutely.
She answered that quick.
Love the rose.
Is it all that?
It absolutely is. Okay. It's everything you think of and more.
Speaking of toys.
But you can use it on a man too. Put it on his balls. You can put it on his balls, but also if you put it on your cheek while you giving him head, he can feel the vibration.
Fellas, will y'all please book with this woman right here so he can help y'all? She is trying to put y'all on game. Do males have the equivalent of a rose? Do we have something like that?
There is a male rose. Yeah, there is a male rose. It has a handle, and of course the little, like the sleeve, it's like a little plastic part, but it has a suction, and they rotate and they vibrate, so they can do a lot of different things. Like, I guess you can be replaceable, or you're in that single stage where you're not maybe wanting to have sex with a woman or a man, because we don't discriminate.
No, it's 2025.
We don't discriminate. Have sex with who you want to have sex with.
Whoever makes you happy.
But yeah, there's a male rose out there.
Okay, a male rose, fellas. There's a male equivalent to the rose. Go on out there and get that. Now, I've also seen a post that you made about a yes day. Explain with your partner. Explain to me why that's so important to have a yes day with your partner. And explain what a yes day is for some people who might not know.
Because it makes it fun. A yes day is just a day where whatever your partner asks for is a yes.
No matter what it is.
No matter what it is.
24 hours.
I mean, you know each other's boundaries.
I was going to say within the boundaries of whatever it is y'all discuss. Right,
but a yes day is just that. If I tell you to do something, then do it.
Just straight like that. Then if I tell you to do something, then do it. Okay, that's why she got the kinky cat outfits and stuff from continuing on with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It ain't no, if that's your niche, hey, break out the kitty suit. What are some ways to reconnect with your partner? I have this issue because for me, once I get into an argument, a disagreement, or a fight with my partner, it's whatever, I don't care. But explain to me, what are some ways that you can reconnect with your partner after a fight that you guys have had? Because a lot of men are stubborn and don't want to, give in and quote unquote reconnect. So what are some ways that both partners can reconnect with each other after a fight or disagreement?
Give each other some time to cool down, not too much time. I'm not one to wait a whole day to give you time to calm down. I don't think you need that much time.
Okay.
But definitely, depending on what the argument is, give each other a little bit of space to kind of calm down, regroup, get your thoughts together, come back and have a conversation.
As simple as that.
Just simple. It sounds simple.
I was going to say, I'm sorry. It sounds simple, but when you have somebody like me who's stubborn, it's hard for us to do.
Right.
Something like that. So should you also include some like flirtation up in there as a way to reconnect?
No.
Because you see videos and stuff of women, that she'll walk by her man and accidentally brush her butt up against him and stuff like that.
That's a skit.
Shit, that shit's real life.
I get it, but she ain't gonna forget. She might give you some ass, but she's not gonna forget.
That's all I need.
She gonna bring it up again until it's fixed.
That's fine. I done came already. Now, love bombing is a new phrase that
It's a new phrase, but it's something that's always happening. And
I wanted to talk to you about that because people can use that as a way of manipulation as well. So explain to me explain what love bombing is, and also explain how people can use that to manipulate their partner.
When they're doing too much too quick. The whole
like sending roses, like that type of stuff. Like I just met you, and the next day I'm like sending you all type of shit.
Yeah, because it's a difference between a compliment and you doing too much. Not saying I love you or anything, but just like the compliments, I'm texting and I'm calling you all day, every day, checking in on you. Like you're just doing too much, sending you gifts, giving you money, which the whole money thing is, oh God. We're just in a transactional stage. Everything seems so transactional anyway, or you got to pay me to go out with you. And if you don't buy me this, you don't go to this restaurant, if you don't buy my kids food, and I'll find me it's just so transactional. And I'm getting way off topic, but
I was going to let you cook, sis. Go ahead. I was going to let you get it off your chest.
The whole I hate that because it makes it so much harder for people who really want to date. It does.
Because it kind of turns you off and like, man, PTSD almost, so to speak, because now the next guy, you kind of hesitant to really show him any attention because you feel like if you show him attention, he's going to be just like the last guy who love bombed you. But talk to me, how can it manipulate a woman though, or manipulate a person, so to speak?
Make you think you really want them, make you think you're actually interested in them. And maybe 3 months later, they're dumping you. Yeah. Disappearing. Might not even say a word to you, just ghost you.
So fellas, I'm sorry, because I'm sure women do it too.
Women definitely do it too.
I was gonna say women do it too. Stop all the love bomb and stuff. Like, take the shit slow. And if something is meant to happen, then let the shit happen. If not, then it just is what it is. But now, I want to talk about something that's very interesting that 10, 15 years ago, a lot of people weren't talking about it as open as they're talking about it, which is anal play. 10, 15 years, it was kind of taboo. People were doing it, but it was kind of taboo, because there was the whole stereotype around if men like to do that, then you were considered, or you had, those type of tendencies. And it's like, no, but now it's more in the forefront. A lot of people are talking about it. Now, a lot of men probably have difficulty with doing it because they don't know how to do it. So
no, they think it's gay.
Well, no. Well, that's why I was alluding to, with the whole, if you want to do it, then people think, oh, he must be gay because he want to, have sex with a girl anally. And it's like, no, it's just a different type of pleasure that you want to have with your woman. But
or he likes his stimulated.
I wasn't gonna touch that. But I mean, you're more than welcome.
It's the same. I mean, anal's anal, is it not?
Yeah, it for some it is. Yeah.
On a man or a woman, okay. Anal is anal.
Okay, so before I ask the question that I want to ask, let's get into what you was just talking about: anal stimulation for a man, right? Mm-hmm. How should a woman go about introducing this, or should a woman just, if the mood is hit and she just wants to try it and just?
I mean, you can go off body cues.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they're, having sex and she's slowly but surely inching her way, he ain't smacked her hand or nothing.
When she's giving him head?
And
she wants to slide her mouth down there and then just slide, when you get under that, in the gooch, you want to go a little bit further, just slide your tongue across it and see what happens.
Is it true that the G-spot is in the male G-spot?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, I wasn't going to go here, but we're here now. The male G-spot, how does a woman stimulate that?
She can use her finger.
You know what I'm saying? Like during sex. Oh, so she puts her finger up in them anal. Okay, I thought y'all was just talking about the gooch part. Like, okay, my bad. I misunderstood.
The gooch is between that.
Right, yeah, but I thought you meant that was the G-spot for men. I was like, I thought it was up in the, that's why I was wondering. Okay. All right, so continue on with how does a woman approach wanting to explore that with her man?
I mean...
Or her partner, I should just say.
People know what I'm doing
I know
right
it,
now.
they nosy.
Yeah, so like I said, say you're down there, you're giving your man head, and you down there on his gooch or underneath his balls, you can either take your finger, kind of rub against it, slobber is going to be spilling down there anyway. So it's already going to be wet. So you can take your finger, rub around it a little bit, see if it lets you put a little bit of your fingertip in there and see what happens. Or you can take, like I said, take your tongue and just swipe it across there and see what happens.
You know what you done did to Chuck boy? Because I'm thinking like how should a man position himself for something like that?
I mean, he can sit just like that, bring himself
to the edge.
Bring himself down to the edge like that and spread his legs. I mean, there's ways you can do it to be more masculine, so you guys aren't feeling so.
Yeah, like face down.
She's taking my manhood.
Because that's what a lot of men is gonna feel like. Like, am I not?
It's not gonna feel like you're taking your man because it's gonna feel good.
Okay, all right. You the hell out of me. Now, as far as a man to a woman, if she's never done anal and he wants to do anal, how does a man prepare him, not only just himself, but her for anal as well during the act of sex, not beforehand? Like it could be discussed, hey,
y'all try this. Talk, blah, blah, blah.
So when you're being intimate and you're getting ready to make that move, how does he not only prepare himself, but prepare her? Because I don't think you should just shove it right on in there, right?
You can't.
That's what I'm saying. So how does both partners, how does the male prepare both partners for that?
First of all, do not use spit or lotion, because that's disgusting and it's unsanitary. Also, spit will dry up, so that that could cause you to rip and all these other different things. But just taking it slow. Use lubricant. Use lubricant. Use lubricant.
Should they use lubricant?
Use lubricant.
Okay.
Use lubricant, but take it slow. Like
when you mean slow, what I mean by that is, should he stick a finger in there first to kind of like warm her up to it?
I thought we was past the finger, and we were just talking about entering your penis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want a man to just shove it in there, even though it's lubricated and all of that. Like, should he just warm her up with some fingers first?
I mean, I feel like we're already past the finger, though.
We not there. We was there for the man, yeah, but not for the woman.
Okay, well then finger her ass then for a little bit.
Get a woman.
But yeah, it can warm you up a little bit, but that's still nothing compared to what is getting ready to enter inside of you. No matter what size he is, it's still different.
Okay.
So just taking it slow.
Okay.
Don't tense up. The more you tense up, the worse it's going to feel.
And that's why I was alluding to the finger, to like try to help her get relaxed first before.
Maybe where y'all need to have maybe a little drink or something.
So, yeah, that's true too.
Help her relax a little bit.
A little drink. If she got some medical cannabis, maybe some of that too.
Hit the blunt real quick. Eat an edible.
Eat an edible. Everybody's feeling good now. Hey, let's go get this party started. So, one more topic before we get up out of here is we've talked about, regular penetration. We've talked about anal. We really haven't, spoke too much about oral sex. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to give too much away because I want these people to book with you and be a client for you. But are there some tips and hints that you can give as far as oral is concerned for men and women?
Yeah, take your time. Use your mouth, not to just lick like a cat. Go around, explore with your mouth.
Spell your name. Spell her name.
Spell her name.
Spell her name.
Spell all types of words.
Do the alphabet.
Okay.
Do the alphabet. A.
Hum
B.
a little bit while you do it.
Oh,
that vibration.
What about
Get some every time.
Little like breathing on it? Does that work too?
What do you mean?
Like
blowing your breath.
Yeah.
That can help.
That can help. Okay, fellas, I'm trying to help you. Yeah, listen now. Now, Chuck, what was your question that you had for?
She said she do a class.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's upon request, but I did do a class with just women. I haven't done one with men, but I brought cucumbers and just taught them different techniques. I bought some peaches too because there could be some lesbians in there, but yeah. So.
And was it a big class?
It was like 15 women, but it just depends on what you're booking me for. It depends on what you're booking me for. Like,
Chuck trying to show up. You need somebody to record that show for you? I come record that show for you.
Yeah, I did a class once, and it was some women that were like in their 40s and 50s who were trying to get their groove back. So we just went through different techniques, how to spit, how to, use your hand while you're doing it, play with his balls a little bit. Yes, I'm doing hand motions. Don't mess with me.
Since I'm letting you cook.
So yeah.
Okay, so Okay, the classes. All right, now, so you have some intimacy cards here. You can pull them cards out right there. Now, explain to me what these cards are.
I got it. So this is my card game that I created. This is just the prototype. We're still editing these, but it's an intimacy card game. It's made to push the boundaries with your partner.
So with this card game, so if let's just say me and you are playing it. So you put the whole deck down here, and we just take one off the top. Like how does the game go?
Mm-hmm. So like this first one, blindfold your partner and use only touch to explore their body. So that's trying to use the senses. Like I think when people like slow down and take their time and use your five senses, like touch, smell, blindfold him and take a piece of ice and, go down his stomach or go down his back. Blindfold him. Oh, where's that black? Can I have that black bag?
Can you get that black bag for? All right, so go ahead, continue talking.
Is this like a time limit? You know what I'm saying?
He's talking about the cards. Like when you're doing something, is there a time limit with the card? Like
no.
For 5 minutes? Or,
No. Well, some of the cards do have a timer on it. So like this one, give your partner a lap dance to a song of their choice for 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yes. This is what I was talking about, using the five senses. So like laying with your partner and, that's not it. Like this.
Is that the paddle?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can use it on give me your arm. Like using it on the inside of their arm. It's better if you're blindfolded because you're not watching.
So I'm not preparing myself for it.
You're not preparing yourself for what's coming. Or you could use one of these to kind of...
Hey, man, you start pulling shit out. What the hell? Okay.
You could use one of these to kind of trickle down their arm. Like, you know how that could feel coming down. Like, you could imagine how it feel going down your back.
Especially blindfolded.
Or going down your chest. Yeah. Making its way down your legs. That's the whole... People don't think that that's part of foreplay, but it is. That's the whole fun part of using toys.
Fellas, see what I'm saying? See how much more fun you can have if you bring toys into the bedroom, fellas. It ain't all about being intimidated. What is that?
And this.
What's that, Chico stick?
Oh, my gosh. No.
What is that?
Just feel it.
Why you gotta talk about me being ashy? Okay, sorry. But yeah, I feel that though. Yeah.
Like, different things like that. Different things like these that you can use with your five senses. That's why I'm trying to take my time with coming out with the game, because I would like to include props for people who don't have them at home.
Right.
So I want to use like mini floggers and whips and different things like that. Have handcuffs and blindfolds included with it, so that you don't have to wear.
Piercing. Yeah, I mean, nipple clamps.
Well, not. But like a small vibrator, just something that you can have if you don't already have it at home.
Gotcha.
That comes with the game, so that you can easily play it. Like seductively feed your partner something sweet from your mouth. Free play, give your partner a dare.
Okay.
Act out your favorite position and keep your clothes on. So that's why I said it's meant to push those boundaries.
Okay.
Because sometimes people can't just do that. Like when you pounce on
so
top of something that you want to keep it going.
Okay.
Slow it down.
So we have the intimacy card games that will be coming out soon. And then you also have this book, Beyond the Bedroom, Exploring Non-Penetrative
Sex.
Intimacy. Let's see here. Okay. How did you come up with this book right here?
Because when I first started taking clients, the main thing that I noticed with a lot of couples are they don't know how to slow down and talk to each other. They don't know how to slow down and get to know each other. They don't know how to slow down and really explore each other's bodies. So my book just discusses different ways you can have fun with your partner and please your partner without actually penetrating your partner.
Okay, where can they get one of these books?
It's available on Amazon.
Okay, so make sure you pick up Beyond the Bedroom for you and your partner, and you also have journals as well.
I got journals coming soon, and then I've got candles. My candles, when you light them, they melt into massage oil, which is fun for temperature play.
You hear him back there?
Which is fun for temperature play. So, and it's safe. So, I mean, if you want to dabble on your private parts, you can. They're made of soy, so they're not going to hurt you.
Okay. Now, you have an amazing singles event that's about to take place here within a month, March 20th, to be exact. Explain to the people what exactly you have coming up on March the 20th.
So this will be my first singles event. It is a singles mixer. It will be at Old North Bar from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are available now. They're $25. Okay. It's just an event to kind of take the pressure off and come out and meet other single people. We'll have games and we'll have door prizes. We got DJ Forerunner on the ones and twos.
On the ones and twos.
You know,
who's hosting it?
Her name is Carmen.
Okay.
They're a package duo.
Okay.
And then we'll have some vendors in the back. The kitchen will be open for food. We'll have drink specials all night. So
make sure
if
you
you're
come
single,
on out.
come on out.
Make sure, we don't want no people in there. No, and
not married single. We want single.
Like you single, like y'all can flirt out in public single.
We
type
can go to
people.
Walmart together.
Like that type of single together. But anyways, so thank you, Brittany Briscoe, for hanging out with us today on Conversations with Q. Let everybody know where they can find you at on social media, how they can book you, or any of that type of stuff you got going on.
You can find me at intimacyoutloud.com. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. My link tree is in my bio, so you can click on that and all my links will be available. How to book me for a coaching session, book me for a party, book me for a private event, whatever you like, just hit me up.
Whatever you're into, just hit her up.
Not whatever you're into, because I do get weirdo messages.
You do?
And yes, and no, I don't do any of that with any customers, future customers.
Let it know off top.
We don't do all of that.
So
no.
So if you plan on hitting her up for some other shit, that ain't going down. She's strictly about business, trying to be a client. And if you try to be a client just to get close to her, that shit ain't gonna work either. So
it's not, but I'll take your money.
She will take your money.
Just kidding. There goes that transactional thing. Ooh.
There it goes. We just talked about that shit.
But that's not dating.
You're right. You're not dating. You're just taking his money, and if he wants to be stupid. But anyways, thank you, Brittany Briscoe, our sexologist. I hope to get you back here soon. Actually, I would like to get you back here a couple of times whenever you got something coming out or you want to introduce some new toys or new things to introduce to the bedroom. I would love to have you come back. Make sure you book with Brittany Briscoe. Hit up her in the inbox. Email her. However you got to get in touch with her. Make sure you do that. And as always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Conversations with Q. Listen to the podcast on all major podcast streaming platforms. Support, not just me, but what Brittany Briscoe got going on. It's February, Black History Month. Support somebody who's black today. Go do that. Regardless if it's me, her, whoever, go support somebody who's black. But I'm getting ready to get on up out of here. As always, treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. I'm about to thank y'all. Peace.